Well, looks like we got a terrible show tonight on AEW Dynamite on this Halloween Eve, on All Hallows Eve. Can you believe it? Terrible show on Hallows Eve, the day before Halloween. The name of my topic tonight is called Chaos, Crazy, and Crap in Cleveland. Could Full Gear 2024 be any good? I'm the Godfather Soldier, some minutes late chair headshot says I like to dress up a chubby checker, sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown. Got to get in the hot tub, gonna make me sweat, gonna make me dry, gonna make me wet. And I miss him. Yep. I miss him. And open up the show with a little bit of music. So stick around, right back. And see what I can open up with. Hold on a second, trying to figure out what to open up with. I'm gonna open up the show since tomorrow's Halloween. We'll open the show with Michael Jackson's #1 hit single, Thriller. So stick around, right back. #1 hit single for 1984 called Thriller, since it's Halloween tomorrow. Right back. Here it is, Thriller by Michael Jackson, #1 hit single for 1984. From his 1982 album, Thriller. Here it is. Stick around, right back. Y'all, you heard that little song earlier, Thriller by Michael Jackson. Since tomorrow is Halloween, one of the most scariest songs of the 80s. Number one single for 1984. Let's get down to business. Tonight's show. Okay? AEW fans beware, you're in for a scare because it's Fright Night on Dynamite. You know what that means? We open with a video package, and hold on, start again. Tonight, my topic tonight is I just mentioned earlier tonight. My topic tonight was called chaos, crap, and chaos, crap. Wait, chaos. Hold on, wait. Chaos, crap. Hold on. Crap. On crazy crap. Crap. Chaos, crazy, and crap in Cleveland. What would Full Gear be any good? Full Gear 2024 be any good? Let's see. As I was saying earlier, AEW fans. Let's start with tonight's show. AEW fans, beware! You're in for a scare because it's Fight Night. Dynamite. You know what that means? You open with a video package hyping up the night's lineup, and then some footage from some recent attack by BCC until we hear from Orange Cassidy. Call for the video to be turned off. We cut to ringside as Cassidy enters the ring with a freshly squeezed chant from the crowd. Orange says that that's enough of that because he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't do this. He doesn't go out here and talk for 10 minutes about being a leader because he isn't a leader. He had to come out here to see his friend Chuck Taylor's neck crushed. Cassidy also remarks about being surrounded by the future of AEW. And they have no idea the danger they are in. They have no idea how dangerous Jon Moxley is, so is Cassidy. So Cassidy knew then, and there is what he needed to do. If Mox has his way, there is no future of AEW. He doesn't need AEW, but Orange Cassidy does. There is no Orange Cassidy without AEW. There is no us, as he points to the fans. Cassidy knows what he needs to do to cut the head off the snake, and he will do it alone to protect everybody. How will he do that? Orange takes his glasses off for telling Mox he challenges him for the AEW World Championship. He takes the symbol of this company out of Mox's bags and put it into his backpack. It won't be hard for Mox to find Cassidy, as he'll be where he is every week in this ring because he is freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, and he is the next AEW World Champion, and he still doesn't need a catchphrase. We cut backstage where Renee talks to Mercedes Moné about Camille's match against Chris Statlander later tonight. The double champ runs down Statlander, ensuring the Brick House will pick up the win before the pair leave. Back at ringside, Adam Cole makes his way out for our opening match. Cole makes his in-ring to return tonight as he enters the ring. Out next is his first hurdle. 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 Their first hurdle in scoring 3 straight victories as Buddy Murphy heads to the ring before this match gets underway. The two men stare each other down, with Buddy offering a friendly handshake that Cole accepts before they circle the mat and lock up. Buddy sends Adam to the corner before the ref calls for a break. Cole brings Matthews to the corner this time, stepping back as Matthews starts taunting him. They lock up once more, with Buddy getting the upper hand. Buddy takes the ropes, but is stopped by Cole, who looks to knock Matthews off his feet. He takes Buddy down before doing something of a fake out with a super kick. Matthews catches Cole with a waist lock, but Adam Cole escapes before the action goes to the corner, where Adam falls off the apron to the floor, stumbling slightly with a foot as we see Kyle O'Reilly watching on backstage. Matthews takes advantage of the opening by running along the apron for a punt to the head of Cole, knocking him down as we go to picture-in-picture. Buddy brings Cole back into the ring. So only for Adam to begin fighting back in the corner. Buddy Murphy turns his right back around Cole, wrenching his arm to keep him at bay. Buddy falls up with a sleeper hold, but Cole fights him off in the corner, only for Matthews to set him up on the top turnbuckle as we come back from the break. Matthews connects with a suplex, looking to follow up from it until Cole counters with a neck breaker. Action hits the ropes as Matthews trade strikes on the apron until Cole drives Buddy's head into the hardest part of the ring with a DDT, sending both men to the floor in the process. Cole makes it back up to bring Buddy back in the ring, setting up for a phenomenal sunrise before Matthews fights back. He targets the leg of Cole, now focusing on the previously injured ankle as we wraps around the leg around the post stomp on it against her steps. Doc Sampson rushes to ringside to check on Cole's ankle as Buddy goes back in the ring, taunting Cole as we hear from the crowd counting to 10. Despite the rest instance, there's no count right now. Eventually, Sampson helps Cole to his feet before they walk up the ramp, but Matthews grabs his microphone, making fun of the new Adam Cole, insisting the old one won't give up so easily. Cole is right enough to shove Sampson away before hobbling down the ramp. Sliding back into the ring, the two men go to each other with strikes before Cole fights off Buddy off with a pair of thrust kicks. He steps up for the boom, but drops to the knee, giving Matthews an opening to take him down for a near fall. Cole struggles to his feet as we see Sampson about to throw in a towel on Cole's behalf. Matthews mocks him before Cole fights back, leading to a Panama sunrise. No! Buddy sends Cole to the corner and follows up with a knee strike for the cover. Adam kicks out at 1. We see MJF watching on from elsewhere as Cole connects with a Panama sunrise in the corner, only for Buddy to roll out of the ring. Cole doesn't relent, however, as he connects with his Panama sunrise off the apron, sending Buddy to the floor. He brings Matthews back into the ring, hitting Buddy with a boom for the win. Winner is Adam Cole. Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, O'Reilly! Auto parts! Referring to the commercial. The Chad used to do that all the time on one of his shows, on his wrestling shows. That was on. Kyle O'Reilly is still watching on from backstage as Cole cuts his own celebration short to grab a mic, telling Buddy He thanks him for reminding him who the real Adam Cole is. This leads to a handshake between the two gentlemen, only for the lights to cut out. When they come back on, we see Malachi Black shaking hands with Cole instead of Matthews is seen nearby. With that, Cole leaves the ring with some help from Samson as he heads up the ramp while Matthews and Malachi look on from the ring. Backstage, Christopher Daniels talks to Private Party about their tag team title match tonight. He acknowledges that he and his tag partner Frankie Kazarian were in a similar situation 3 years ago, and he's nervous about what the Bucks will do to split another tag team up. Private Party will promise. Private Party promised that their history will not repeat itself tonight, as we will have new champions. Backstage, Adam Cole is being checked on, and he addresses MJF and what led to his betrayal last year. Cole talks about how much he cares for AEW and what it means for him, stating Max had never been part of that team. Adam promises that he will get his hands on him at Full Gear, maybe the Undisputed Kingdom as a whole will. 1 down, 2 to go. Back at ringside, Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis step out of the stage as the crowd began booing immediately. They try to drown out the voice of Callis as he says Kyle Fletcher has something important to say. Kyle grabs a mic, saying he is here to call out Will Ospreay. He introduces the aerial assassin, but it seems Ospreay isn't here. Kyle starts to run him down when the Undisputed Empire music hits, revealing an upset Mark Davis stepping out of the microphone of his own. Kyle says he wasn't expecting to see Davis, but is nice to see him, only for Davis to refuse a hug from his old tag partner. Davis speaks up, running Kyle down for calling someone that he beat up. Kyle says that only while Mark was away, he opened his eyes to who Will Ospreay really is. He sure Will forgot who Davis is, but Fletcher never did. He knew this day would come, so he made sure there was a spot for him in the family. Mark scoffs at this, saying they had an empire before walking away. Before Fletcher tells him he is not afraid to cut the past loose. Backstage, Renee talks to Hangman Adam Page, who addresses Jay White's comments as of late. He talks about White being knocked out of the Owen Hart tournament this summer, and Page is responsible for putting him out of action for 3 months. He says that despite the record between them, Page will look and take Jay down and stand over like a man who is hurt and having less than what he had before they faced off. Elsewhere, the BCC make their presence known, heading down the hallway with probably dangerous intent as we go to a commercial break. Moxley's music hits as we get a glimpse of the BCC making their way toward ringside. Despite their actions, we get a smattering of cheers for the group as they make their way through the crowd toward the ring itself, with Mox entering first. We get a mixed reaction from the crowd as Mox gets a microphone saying he knows Cassidy and the rest can appreciate what they're trying to understand. What they're trying to do, but one day they'll understand. Mox says people will think Orange Cassidy challenged him for the AEW World Championship, but he challenged Cassidy when he destroyed Chuck Taylor. He cut off the distraction so Cassidy could focus on his goals. They entered a room and told everyone to show them their leader, and everyone in that room pointed to Orange Cassidy. Cassidy Cassidy says he is not a leader, but that's not the orange Cassidy he knows. He will keep pushing him as necessary, and if he wants to face Mox, he can, but he will not fight on the mountaintop, but in the valley. Cassidy thinks he's the one pulling the strings, but will put that test as Pac and Shafir grabbed the real leader, dropping him to his knees on the mat. Claudia grabs a chair from the ringside, handing it to Mox before Cassidy runs down to make the save, but it appears to be a ruse as BCC gang up on him, including some stomps from Yuta himself before Dark Order run down to even some numbers. The chaos spills outside to the ring as the Dark Order are neutralized before the BCC focus their attention on Cassidy. They wrap a chair around the neck of Cassidy as Claudio backs up to do so for some damage. But Darby Allin comes down from the rafters, intercepting Cass in the nose. This gives the hero some time to fight back. But BCC is quickly back on the offensive until Top Flight running for their assistance. This is followed by Dan Garcia as Private Party as Cassidy catches Mox with an orange punch. Back in ringside, the Private Party take down Yuta before he escapes the ring, with the BCC escaping the heroes through the crowd as the Young Bucks make their entrance. Our focus is divided between the stare down between the Bucks and Private Party and the departure of BCC. Before the tag champs can make their way to the ring, and we have a ref in the ring, which seems to indicate the tag title match is happening right now. Match, here it is, AEW Tag Team Championship match. The Young Bucks versus Private Party. If Private Party loses, they must split up. We start off with Nicholas and Zay with Nicholas getting the upper hand early on for a near fall before Zay gets to his feet to stare down the champ. Gets to his feet to stare the champ down. Blind tie by Matthew as the Bucks double team Isaiah, keeping him at bay in their corner. The Bucks try to double team him again. After a tag to Nicholas, but Quinn gets a blind tag to surprise the champs, forcing them to the outside as the crowd cheers. Private Party on. Just as Zay makes his way over the ropes for a dive. The challengers in control here as they fight the Bucks on the outside before bringing Nicholas back in. Zay gets pulled out of the ring by Matthew as the ref is preoccupied with Nicholas. As Matthew looks to attack Zay with a ring belt before Quinn grabs it out of his hand only to accidentally lay out Isaiah with it instead. Mark is brought back into the ring as Nicholas goes back on the attack. On the outside, we see Matthew beating down Cassidy by sending him into the steps as Nicholas continues to wear Quinn down. Matthews gets back into the corner for the tag, but the Bucks are fended off by Quinn as Isaiah makes it back into the apron in his corner. The Bucks stay in control, however, as Matthew drops Isaiah to the floor with a suplex while Nicholas hits it with a suplex for a cover. But Mark Quinn kicks out to save the match for his team as we go to picture-in-picture. Picture-in-picture, the champs continue to keep Quinn at bay, wearing him down with freaking tags to stay fresh as Mark struggles to reach for a tag, crawling toward the corner as we come back from break. And Quinn makes the tag. In comes Isaiah Cassidy as the challengers take the fight back. The Young Bucks send the champs into the corner, leading to a double super kick to take the Bucks down as we hit a 450 splash as the ref counts. Zay's cover but it only gets a near fall. Bucks are back in it as they take Quinn down with a knee strike before taking Isaiah down with a stomp onto the pendulum powerbomb. Cover made, but Quinn breaks it up. to save the challenger's chances. He gets sent out of the ring before Nicholas makes the tag for another double team, only for Mark to stop the following pinfall attempt. Nicholas is sent to the outside only for a dive by Quinn now, who goes after Matthew on the opposite side of the ring with another dive. He goes back to the apron, but is cut off by the Bucks, sending him to the floor. The champs drag him up the ramp before heading to the ring, as we see Okada's heading out to the drop the mark with a tombstone pile driver as the Bucks double team Zay in the ring. They mock the challengers with their own gin and juice variant. Sipping on gin and juice, lady. I got my mind on my money, on my money, on my mind. And referring to that song by Snoop Dogg and a little commercial ad, gin and juice, with a little that hard cider drink made by Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. It's the number one hit hot single from 1994, 30 years ago, Gin and Juice. Good song. I like that song when I was little. Gin and Juice. Gin and Juice variant, but it's only good for a near fall as Isaiah is still in this match. They pump up their kicks for a super kick party before Nicholas makes the cover, but Zay kicks out once again. The champs have had enough as they set up for an EVP trigger, but Isaiah drops to the mat. They set him up again, but Zay ducks it as the champs hit each other. And Zay gets an inside cradle for a closed near fall. The Bucks connect with the EVP trigger for the cover, but Isaiah manages to kick out once more before getting to the ropes for Nicholas to hit a V trigger, followed by a one wing angel by Matthew for the cover, but Quinn rushes to break it up. Quinn is sent out of the ring, but is quickly stops a TK cover driver attempt. Reverse Rana by Isaiah, followed by the Gin and Juice. Private Party get the pin, become the new tag team champs. Winners by pinfall and new AEW World Tag Team Champions Private Party. The new champs celebrate before the Bucks make their way up, grabbing the titles from Private Party, only to place them upon the shoulders of the better man on this night. This allows Private Party to celebrate with the crowd as the Bucks take their lead from the ring. We get a graphic promoting the AEW World Title match set for Full Gear, before going backstage for a full face-to-face between Jamie Hayter and Penelope Ford. Ford runs down Hayter, who promises to mop the floor with her when they face off next week on Dynamite. We get a tail of the tape for our own main event as Swerve Strickland faces Shelton Benjamin, and then we see a package highlighting what's led to this match. After a video package looking back at last week's ladder war for Ring of Honor World Championship, we go back to ringside where the Learning Tree talk about All Hallows Eve before Jericho hypes himself up for winning the Ring of Honor World Title, and who cares about this has-been. No, Jericho's a good athlete, but he's old news. We really care about this arrogant dude. He couldn't have done this without anyone, including the fans here in since he means Cleveland. He talks about the film he starred in being number one American. He says he's going to take Ring of Honor to the biggest stage and the most success he's ever seen, because he is Chris Jericho and he can. He says the fans can stay back and enjoy the ride. Thanks, guys. We cut backstage where Daniel Garcia confronts the late Jack Perry for the Elite's lack of help against the BCC, before Perry enters the locker room of his group where we see the Bucks and Okada shredding the documents like they're Enron. Back at ringside, the Mercedes Moné accompanies Camille to the ring for our next match. For Chris Statlander comes out next. With that, this match is underway. Camille versus Chris Statlander. The two lock up, with the Brickhouse getting an upper hand before the early, wearing the former TBS champion down as Mercedes watches on. Camille brings Chris back to the center of the ring for some more punishment as we go to picture-in-picture. Statlander is propped against the ropes as Camille continues to beat down to bring her back to the mat and then to the corner as Mercedes Moné shows her support from ringside. Statlander gets sent to the opposite corner before starting to fight back, only for the Brickhouse to take her down to the canvas for some more damage as we go to a full commercial break. Thanks, TBS. Commercial break. Now back from commercial. Back from the break, the two women exchange straight before Chris catches Camille with a power slam. Camille fights out of a waistlock but is sent to the mat hard by Statlander, who gets the near fall in the process. Chris goes up for a top 450 splash, but the Brickhouse rolls out of the way for a leg lariat for a pinfall. Torture rack. Powerbomb follows up, but Statlander kicks out and turns it around with a Wednesday Night Fever for a pinfall victory. Winner, Chris Statlander. Statlander's celebration is short-lived as Mercedes Moné's blindsides her, demanding Camille to go back for saying if you want something done, you have to do it yourself. She stands over Statlander with her titles up as we cut away. We get a video package looking back at the situation between Christian Cage, Kip Sabian, and Hook. For hearing from Christian Cage backstage, who promises he will explain himself, this is followed by a reminder of our main event coming up next, as we go to a commercial. Backstage, we hear from Mark Briscoe after losing the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship last week. Briscoe says the word of the day is instability, since Jericho seems not to care about his health, especially for bringing up his brother's name once again. Briscoe challenges for the learning tree to a trios match against the Consummation, which Kyle suggests should be a fight without honor next week on Dynamite. We cut to the parking lot as the Elite have decided to get the heck out of Dodge, so to speak, much to the chagrin of Alex Marvez and Christopher Daniels as they drive off to see Brian Cutler has been left behind, who was strictly attacked by BCC. Daniels tries to intervene, but to no avail. Claudio seamlessly breaks the fingers of Cutler with a hammer. Mox asks Daniels where his boys are going to think as things are just getting good. Where the BCC make their exits, Daniels calls for help as Cutler we cut away. Back at ringside, Strickland and Prince Nana make their way out for our main event. Swerve enters the ring as Shelton Benjamin makes his way out next, accompanied by MVP as he heads down the ramp. He enters the ring as much as this match gets underway. Swerve Strickland versus Shelton Benjamin. Here we go. The pair go at it, and the crowd cheers them on, with Shelton fending off the former world champion in the order to take Strickland to the mat for a takedown. Swerve makes it to the ropes on force a break, but is soon sent to the ropes by Benjamin, only for Strickland to take him down instead. MVP offers some advice to Benjamin as Strickland stares him down. Benjamin is back to his feet as he counters a wrist lock by Swerve, sending him to the outside of the process. He brings Swerve up onto his shoulders, but Strickland evades getting sent into the ring post before wrapping his legs to keep the arm trapped until the ref intervenes. This gives Benjamin an opening as he sends Swerve into the barricade for bringing him back into the ring, hoisting him up to send Strickland flying to the mat. Swerve in the corner, managing to evade Benjamin before Delaire sends him to the outside as we go to a full commercial break. You will rule the day, TBS. Back from the break, Benjamin is just waiting for Swerve to get to his feet, just as enough for a German suplex to send him right back into the canvas. Swerve struggles as Benjamin gets him back to his feet, but Strickland manages to stop a second German suplex attempt before taking Shelton down for a near fall. He transitions as he looks for a half crab, but Benjamin escapes only for it to be sent to the ropes by a kick from Swerve. Strickland sends Shelton away with a kick that forces him to the outside, only to bring Benjamin back into the ring, where he hits a house call for a near fall. Swerve keeps an eye on his opponent before going back onto the attack, but Shelton clocks on and Kimura on Strickland to turn things around. Strickland gets to the ropes for a break, but Benjamin takes him down hard for a near fall. Both men make it back to their feet for trading strikes, only to take each other down with a thrust kick before a Swerve hits the house call on Benjamin. Strickland goes up for a top 450 splash, but Benjamin kicks out of the pin attempt before sending Strickland flying with a German suplex. Benjamin goes after the former world champion in the corner, but is taken down by Strickland with a rolling flatliner. Strickland slowly makes his way back up, going up to the top before Benjamin intercepts him, only for Swerve to catch him with a Liger bomb to the canvas. Swerve back up top now, and he hits a Swerve stomp to pick up the win in our main event. Winner Strickland. Now he enters the ring to celebrate with Strickland as we see MVP at ringside making a phone call. This leaves us with some questions as the lights cut out briefly. And when they come back on, we get some new music to signal the arrival of Bobby Lashley. Lashley heads down to the ramp to a big pop from the Cleveland crowd as he embraces his friend MVP before entering the ring. He goes face to face with Swerve Strickland with a distraction from Shelton Benjamin, leading to Lashley blindsiding the former world champion. The three beat down Nana and Strickland with Lashley locking. Hold on, technical difficulty, folks. Let's go back to where I was saying. Trying to find out what I was saying. Saying Nano, Lashley heads down to the ramp with a big pop from the Cleveland crowd as he embraces his friend MVP before entering the ring. He goes face to face with Swerve Strickland with a distraction from Shelton Benjamin, leading Lashley to blindside the former world champion. The three beat down Nana and Strickland, with Lashley locking in a full Nelson on Strickland to put him down to the mat. We hear someone giving a time cue. Whoops! As security rushes in to break things up, but to no avail as Lashley and Benjamin clear the ring of them. Another fortunate time. Q mentioned from ringside as MVP grabs the microphone, asking the crowd in AEW guess who's back in business as the AEW comes to close. This was terrible. This garbage, really just garbage. I mean, we're not. to grabs the microphone, asking the crowd and to AEW, guess who's back in business as the show comes to wait. Oh, I was saying. This was just terrible way to terrible show tonight on Old Hallows Eve, isn't it? Just terrible. Who knows? I mean, I don't know how this show will be. I mean, it's real terrible to show in here on Old Hallows Eve tonight, the day before Halloween. I don't know how Full Gear is going to be. This Full Gear 2024 will be. I mean, who knows? Hopefully, it better be good. There's going to be some crap. Tony Khan better do something. So that's my review for tonight's show. Now it's time for something I like to do. It's time for it's time for it's time for Justin's timeline history, all the wrestling history, sports, pop culture, birthdays, etc., etc. All you hear that little thing is from Back to the Future time. Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd are my favorite movies of all time, baby. Let's get down to business. Let's go to yesterday, October the 29th. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second, see. see. Okay, let's go to October 29th. Pro Fight. Just trying to check up on something. Okay, on this day, wait, hold on. Okay, October 20. See, okay, Paul Orndorff, the WWE Hall of Fame, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who hates being called Paula. He would today would have been his. He would have been 75 today. He died of natural causes on July 12, 2021. Okay. Let's go. Yes, thanks. See. Okay, October 29th, 1994. On WWE Superstars. On this day in 1994 on WWF Wrestling Challenge, Adam Bomb defeated Mike Bell. Jeff Jarrett defeated Rich Myers. Razor Ramon, late Scott Hall defeated Jeff Gary Scott Jobber, trained the Intercontinental title. The Head Shrinkers, Fatu and Sione. Yeah, Fatu known as Rikishi. Sione we know as the Barbarian. The late Off the Wild Samoan, the late Captain Lou Albino defeated Barry Horowitz and Bob Starr. The late The Rocket Owen Hart with the Jimmy Neal Neidhart by ringside defeated Mike Jobber, Mike Curry. And on WCW's main event, Avalanche with Kevin Sullivan and the Butcher defeated with two on one handicap match, unknown, and Sting defeated Steve Keirn. Let's see, WCW. Okay, let's see what else. 2004. Impact Wrestling. Monty Brown defeated Eric Stevens and Mark Stevens in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Chris Sabin defeated Alex Shelley, Kazarian, Michael Shane, Shark Boy, and Chancellor Jet, and the winner gets spot at Victory Road's X Division Battle Royal, 6-man Battle Royal. Sanjay Dutt eliminated Kazarian. Michael Shane eliminated Sanjay Dutt. Chris Sabin eliminated Michael Shane. Shark Boy, Alex Shelley eliminated Chris Sabin. Alex Shelley eliminated. Free Live Crew. BG James, some of you know, was the Road Dogg, Jesse James from WWE, and Conan defeated the Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens in the NWA World Tag Team Title #1 Contenders match. Jeff Hardy defeated P. Williams with Scott D'Amore. Okay, let's see now. Now, 2004, a couple of movies, pop culture. A couple of movies released in 2004. Um, Saw, starring the box office scariest hit. Saw, starring yeah. No, remember the little catchphrase from the movie? Wanna play a game? Saw, starring British actor Carrie Elways, Danny Glover, and Monica Potter. That's one of the scariest movies of all time. Ray, starring Jamie Foxx, which earned and gave him an Academy Award nomination win for that role. Stage Beauty, starring Claire Danes and Billy Crudup. See, 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 what other movie? 2004. Okay, a movie called Birth, starring Nicole Kidman, Cameron Bright, Lauren Bacall, late Lauren Bacall, and late Anne Heche was released. Arliss Howard was in that movie. Danny Houston was in that movie. Yeah. And let's see what other movies. Yeah, I think I got it all covered. And 2014 on Impact Wrestling. Let's see, Impact Wrestling. Kofi and Samoa Joe defeated Kenny King and MVP by submission in the TNA number one contendership tournament semi-final match. Beautiful People defeated Madison Ray and Taryn Terrell. The Hardy Boys defeated Ethan Carter III and Tyson TNA tag TNA number one contendership tournament semi-final match. James Storm with Manic and Great Sonata defeated Eddie Edwards Eddie Edwards with David Richards. And Bobby Roode defeated Bobby Lashley to win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Special referee Kurt Angle. Good match, very good match right there. Now let's go to today's birthday on All Hallows Eve today, October the 30th. The day before Halloween, October the 30th. Wait, hold on, wait, sports, hold on, sports. Try to see some sports right quick. Oh, sounds keep long. Okay, 1984 on ABC's Monday Night Football, October 29th. Seattle Seahawks defeated the San Diego Chargers 24-0 at the Joe Murphy Stadium. Let's see what else. See. In Game 7, the final game of the World Series, 2014, the San Francisco Giants. The San Francisco Giants beat the Kansas City Royals 3-2, become the new World Series champions. Congratulations. It's 2014. Now let's see. Let's go to October the 30th. All Hallows Eve, October the 30th. Okay, 10 years ago today we lost Bob Geagle of Alzheimer's disease. I think he was like a wrestler. Died of Alzheimer's. He died on All Hallows Eve, 2014. He was just days after his birthday. He was 100 years old when he died. Very sad passing. The Radar superstar Edge, Adam Copeland. Honesty. Mm-hmm. Edge, he turns 51 today. WWE Hall of Famer, currently in AEW. See, see today, October the 29th. Okay, on WWF, on this day, 1984, on Tuesday Night Titans, Vince McMahon's working as a special guest WWE Hall of Famers Sergeant Slaughter and the late WWE Hall of Famer, the Junkyard Dog, on Tuesday Night Titans. And on Wrestling Challenge on this day, on 1994, see. Vince McMahon interviews hold on, wait, October 3rd, hold on. On WWE Wrestling Challenge, 1994, Quang with Harvey Whippleman defeated Dwayne Gill. Lex Luger defeated Executioner. King Kong Bundy with Ted DiBiase defeated Aaron Ferguson. Bob Backlund and Russ defeated Russ Greenberg. And on this day in 1994, on WWF All Star Wrestling, on WWF Wrestling Challenge, WWF Action Zone. On the Action Zone, on WWF, WWE Action Zone, I know a friend of mine from Pittsburgh remembers that show on USA Network. Shawn Michaels and Big Daddy Cool Diesel, Kevin Nash, and the Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels defeated the bad guy, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, and the 1-2-3 Kid in a WWE Tag Team match, obtaining their titles. Two dudes with attitude. 1-2-3 Kid, Sean Watman, X-Pac. You have four members of the all 4-man who were part of the Clique face off against each other. And on WCW Saturday main event, I think there was no main event on the show this night. See, I'm trying to see. I think there was no show on this night. Okay. See what else for October Hallows Eve this night. 2004 on WWE Afterburn. Okay, on this day on this Hallows Eve, 2004. That was all the rest I mentioned. What I mentioned was from 1994. Wrestling Challenge, Action Zone, stuff like that. Yeah, 2004 on this day, Carlito defeated Shannon Moore. Luther Reigns defeated Mike Mondo. RVD defeated Rene Dupree, and Hardcore Holly defeated Doug Basham. Now, on this day in 2014 on NXT, All right, but I think Becky Lynch explained why she did what she did to Bayley last week. All villains defeated the Ascension and Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger in NXT Team Championship match number one contender tag team title, but tag team battle royal. Carmella defeated Emma by submission. Bill Dempsey defeated Justin Gabriel. Baron Corbin defeated Tony Briggs. Marcus Lewis defeated Sylvester Lefort. Sami Zayn defeated Titus O'Neil. And that's it. So that's it. I got everything covered. And so subscribe to me, Godfather Soldier, Smooth Swimming. Have a good day. Have a good night. Now since it's Halloween tomorrow, it's All Hallows Eve tonight, and tomorrow is Halloween. And close out a little bit of something, a little scary song from 1984. Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell featuring Michael Jackson. Hope good night and have a happy happy late Halloween to all of you. And close out with a little bit of something called Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. And I got a little message to all the adults out there like me. Do not, who are back, to all the adults who are letting their kids go trick or treating. Do not, I repeat, do not let your children eat too much candy, because you know what will happen. Boom, your stomach will explode. Their stomach will explode. Yep, do not let your kids' stomach explode when they eat too much candy when they go trick or treating on Halloween night. So I'm gonna close out with something a little bit, something for all of you tonight, and here it is. Rockwell's number one hit single for 1984. Somebody's Watching Me, featuring Michael Jackson. Here it is. Good night.